house like us. We no go sit down they look. Oh. Make them come rape all our girls. Everybody, we rise up. We no fighting, we just up. No be so. No be so. We gonna share every day. People just a show. For family was my part fulanis. So Jackie boy you to call them terrorists. We touch them the canoe you go cause war. We touch it on the bow you go cause war. Makana prugo no na nika wamunelua. Enga wuni find for another. It's not the time we go change for them. Change for them, tell them we know this song. When you go pull your poku up a goya. They might not say a fire. Igbo people have been marginalized. IPOBs have been brutalized. We no go sit down there.
Purchase your tracks today.
Make them come kill all of us. We no go sit down there look. We can take our life. We no go sit down there look. Make them stop the house like us. We no go sit down there look. Make them come rape all our girls.
Purchase your tracks today.
Instead of up, they take us down. Instead of right, they take us left. Buru the change. They promise to change, but we don't see the change. Why you not let Biafra go? Are you not tired of killing them? There's not the time we go change for them. Change for them, tell them we don't be zombie. We don't go sit down there look. Make them all kill all of us. We don't go sit down there look. Make them all take our wallet. We don't go sit down there look. Make them stop the house like us. We don't go sit down there look. Make them all rape all our girls.
Hello, fellow Biafra. Good morning. Good morning. We are back again this morning. I want to welcome us. It is 24 minutes past 10 here in Veneto, Italy. My name is IKEM DYKE, and we are getting reports on the ground, online, as regard to what is happening in Biafra land. And we want to see if people who are in Biafra land can call into the program and give us update as to what the situation is. We are getting some pictures, we are getting some reports, and we want to see if we can entertain some calls so that people can tell us what is happening on the ground. Like we all know that the Directorate of State suspended the sit at home through the order of our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, but the Biafran people have decided to take the bull by the horn and demonstrate that they have the final say, and it is important that we recognize the effort of the Biafrans who are sitting at home. Yesterday we told you that if you choose to sit at home, it is a personal sacrifice you've chosen to make. The Directorate of State is not going to drag you out or ban you from any of their IPOB activities. If our people decide to show their personal solidarity to the leader of IPOB, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, it goes also a long way to show how our people have waken up to the call that they know the right thing to do. They understand the language, and we can see the reaction on the street. So the number is open, the line is open for those who want to call in, especially those in Biafra land who are following our program. By the way, I want us to help share this program, help us share this program so that it can go around. We want to get reactions, we want to get opinions We want Biafrans to talk to us because public opinion matters. It goes a long way. And I can tell you that the Biafra we are building is a Biafra where public opinion would be respected and given priority. So in the next few minutes, I'll be expecting Mazi Solomon to join in this program. So somebody said that Ugwaji in Enugu State, no movement. The market is closed. Ugwaji, a lot of the market is closed according to the report here. Newi market is closed. All market is shut down in Biafra land. And this is the voice of the people. And there is nothing anybody can do. There is nothing we can. There is nothing I can do about it because the people have spoken. And they are not just speaking. They are not just speaking in words, but the people are speaking in action. People are speaking in action, and I think we just have to respect the action of our people. The sit at home have been suspended officially, but our people have taken a stand on what they believe should happen. And there is nothing anybody can do about it. What do we do at this point in time? We encourage everybody to bow to the will of the people and follow the trend. Somebody have to be in charge of the situation at this point, and I hope that the directors of state will live up to expectation and take charge of the situation. Our people are expecting a lot from the leadership, and the leadership should be able to read the mind of the Biafran people and follow the mind of the people, and also make our leader who is in detention to understand that our people have taken a stand that cannot be changed. Let's not forget that it was the Directorate of State that made that decision for the sit at home to happen. And in that speech, our brother China Sanworu made this the following comment where he actually said that the sit at home will continue until our leader is free. And suddenly there was a change in that direction as the leader of our leader, asking the suspension of the sit at home. So let us take that ever first brokers of the Directorate of State, China Sanworu, and see the anger in him, how he had wanted the sit at home to continue. Let us take that clip.
And as we move on, it will be more intensified. It will be more intensified. There is no need of too much grammar or stories or whatever. It's just for you to prepare your mind. I just want to take a few minutes to play the clip which you have heard. Then we will now have one or two analysis on it. Very, very important.
Good evening from the state of Kuwait. And good evening, dear friends and lovers of freedom. Today's date is 20th of July 2021. It is a date that every Biafran, wherever you are, you will remember today's date. I'm just coming on air. This is an emergency, coming on air just to talk to our people based on the document released from the GOS, signed by Mazi Chike Dosiem. This particular document, from now onward, we are giving the Nigerian government and all their terrorist friends, we are giving them till 8th of August to make sure that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is released unconditionally. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu must be released. They must show us proof of life. Starting from the August 9th, there will be total shutdown in Biafra land. It is not going to be once. It is going to be every Monday from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. Biafra land will be shut down. We are telling people now, if you are in Biafra land, bear in mind that starting on Monday, 9th of August, Biafra land will lock down 6 a.m. in the morning to 6 p.m. in the evening. There will be no movement, there will be no business, there will be no market that is open, there will be no bank working, there will be no school. IPOB Eastern Security will enforce these laws. If you want to, we all know how we organize our sit at home, but this is a ghost season. Every Monday, the whole Biafra land must be locked down until they release our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Anybody who will try to disobey this law, anybody who will try to disobey this order, he or she or them we have we have decided that it is a game as usual. We all saw what happened on 26th.
Yeah, so I decided to take this clip so that our people came into being, how it all originated. I know that I'm having some network issue, but I know that I'm having network issues, but I hope you'll be patient with me. So I want to bring in Mazi Solomon Peter. Hello, Mazi Solomon Peter. Welcome to the program.
Yes, Mazi Pat. Good evening from my end here. Is there too much light on my face?
You are okay, Mazi. You are okay. You are okay the way you are. The more light, the better. So your face can show.
Yes, thank you. Thank you. Thank you for bringing me into this very program. And my name is Solomon Peter. Greeting to Biafran all over the world. Greeting to the lovers of freedom. Greeting to IPOP family. And greeting to the lovers of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, haters of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And a greeting to all Biafran activists who are making effort towards the restoration of Biafras and making a lot of sacrifice by the things that they are doing and the things that they are engaged on. I bring greeting to all of you. We are here again. This is another Monday. I think this is almost, is that the third Monday? I think we are in the third Monday now.
Yeah, this is the third Monday, yes.
Yeah, the third Monday since the time sit at home was declared, and the period was also when sit at home was suspended by the Directorate of the State under the command of our leader Onyendu Mazi Nnamdi Kanu from the detention of DOS. He suspended the sit at home, and we have been on it, but our people have resolved into saying that the sit at home that is being suspended, they wanted to carry, a majority of people has insisted that despite the suspension, they want to carry on sit at home. I think, Mazi Paps, this is a very good, a kind of good discovery in Nigeria, that right now we have seen Oduduwa's brothers, Oduduwa's people who are pursuing Oduduwa nation last time. They said they are going to Lagos to make a protest. And we've seen Nigerian army and police, they stopped them from that very protest. Even people who gathered, so many of them were arrested that day, you know, and the protest was not held as expected. So, and we have seen in different types of the country also, during the NSAS protest, we have seen also the Nigeria army and police coming to shoot people, live bullet, kill a lot of people, destruct that very protest on the street. And we have seen it happen even in the southeast and amongst the Biafran land, the south, where people will come for protest and then a lot of people will be shot. Not quite long ago, a lot of IPOP members were shot at Igosha with live bullet, and so many of them died at the cause of that attack from the police and the army. So right now, I think that Nigeria are discovering, or the indigenous people in Nigeria are discovering another new way of agitation. What do you have to say, Mazi?
Yes, absolutely. From what we are seeing, Mazen Nnamdi has spent a long time educating our people, and for many years he has been able to pass a message to our people. And what is happening today is a sign that our people have a level of awareness. That our people have gotten some level of awareness where they can actually lead themselves in a case where Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is no longer available. In a situation where Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is fine in this kind of situation, and people feel they can read their mind that if he were to be outside, there is no way he can cancel the seat at home under normal circumstances. That for him to cancel the seat at home, that he shows that our people are feeling that he's been intimidated in the DSS dungeon, and they themselves have decided to take the fight to the Nigerian government. In fact,
yes,
pictures
you are talking about intimidation here.
Yeah, the pictures you see, hold on, is picture taken by BBC this morning. Yes. The pictures you see are pictures taken
you are talking of intimidation here.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes, I'm hearing you. I was thinking that you have finished your comment.
That's what I'm saying. I'm trying to relate to the feelings of our people. That are feeling that the suspension of the seat at home is a sign of intimidation. Our people are feeling that the suspension of the seat at home by our leader Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is a sign of that our people are being intimidated. Mazen Nnamdi Kanu put the suspension as our people are feeling that he's been intimidated. That under normal condition, that Mazi, who is very well, cannot just wake up and suspend a process like the seat at home.
Okay, Mazi, you are communicating, but there is a point I want you to drag home, because the way it's going, when you are talking about intimidation, and now, okay, Mazi, to bring it to the real picture of what happened in Kenya and what we are told that happened to Mazen Nnamdi Kanu in Kenya, where he was adopted, kept in a exclusive place, and then tortured for 8 days, and they even injured him. And after that, Nigeria also came and they kidnapped him from Kenya. Then, without passing a due process, then they brought him to Nigeria. And the issue is in the court today as extraordinary rendition. So now, looking at all these processes which Nigeria took and the Kenya also partake on it, is that not a clear intimidations that are actually playing out in the mind of people today, even at the point where Mazi has to suspend the seat at home, because the picture of what happened from Kenya down to Nigeria has already shown the picture of intimidation on Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. So do you think that it is not right for people to gaze or to think that Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is still under that situation of intimidation while it is being in detention in DSS? Do you think that this picture has, over just the few days that Mazi has been under DSS, has cleared out from the mind of people? Or do you think that people are right by feeling the way they are feeling, that Mazi is still under the intimidation of DSS? Even for him to have been in DSS up to this very day, is still playing the picture of intimidation on his personality. What do you have to say? Is this not a clear picture for anybody to stand by saying that Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is being intimidated? So what do you have to comment about this, Mazi part?
Yes, the truth is that, I used to tell our people that over the years, you know, there is something that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have built in the mind of our people. He has built a kind of mentality of resistance in the mind of our people. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu over time have built this mentality of boldness, and our people have been able to draw that sense of boldness and strength and ruggedness from the way he transits to them, the way he relates to them, and you know, looking at all those time that he has been able to develop the mindset of our people are now beginning to question the decision at this point in time, in my own point of view, that the decision is like negotiating with Nigeria from the position of weakness. And
coming from that very point, do you think that DOS, as the governing body of IPOP, for them to have come to the decision of the decision which was drawn from the command that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu gave them from the detention, for them to come to that very decision by suspending sit at home, do you consider DOS, that organ, that body that is governing the IPOP, do you consider that their decision to come to suspension of sit at home, do you consider it as a weakness?
The DOS took a very, very long time to come up with the sit at home order in the first place. It took them a lot of deliberation. In fact, they have to even choose a particular day in a week that people will feel the impact more, and they chose a Monday. They would have chosen Tuesday, they would have chosen Wednesday, they would have chosen Thursday, they would have chosen Friday, or even Saturday. But in their wisdom, they chose Monday, understanding that Monday is a critical day for business transaction. That when people wake in the Monday morning, there is this desire to go and fill up a business gap, and they chose that particular date in their wisdom, and suddenly there is this call for them to pull back from that action, and it took them deliberations over time to actually make sure that this order is coming from our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And when they finally,
do you think?
Yes.
Do you think it's because the decision, our leader took the decision to suspend the sit at home just because maybe? Do you think that is because DOS doesn't have what it takes to convince our leader while in detention why they should continue in the sit at home? Do you think it is because DOS has no enough evidence or what it takes to convince or to persuade our leader? Do you think that is what plays out here?
Yes, the DOS themselves have been able to raise points for our leader why the situation. But our leader being in that position also have his own reasons. He has his own perspective of how he to be handled. Don't forget that a directive that he gave that we should put toward
we are having some shortage of network from the end of Mazi Pat. Yes, Mazi Pat goes on.
Yeah, yes, I'm back now. Yes, I'm back. So we should also look at the decision to carry out this sit at home each day that he goes to court. And that is the conclusion on the basis of that suspension. But what we have now is a kind of Biafrans taking up a decision they also feel is the best for the Nigerian state. Those fans who are carrying the sit at home are the people on the ground. They also have, just like our leader who is also feeling the pain in detention, the Biafrans on the ground also have their own pains on the ground. You know, so we must be able to corroborate all these instances and see from the point of view of our leader who is in detention, and also from the point of view of the entire Biafran people who are on the ground, who are also feeling even a pain that me and you cannot imagine. Because what you see in the sit at home is also not just because the Directorate of State or that IPOB put out the order. It also goes a long way to show you that Biafrans on the ground have been looking for a coordinated means to grievances to the Nigerian state. So it's not just because of because Mazen Nnamdi Kanu detention alone, but other series of issues, injustices that have happened, and you know, it's a clear message that the people are no longer going to take it.
Mazipat, there is a very, very important question that I need to ask you that actually needed a clarification here, and it's very, very important that we put out these very questions here, and the number to call is here. It is plus 3936817799656. Yes. So you can call into this very program. Yes. You can call into this very program to let us know what is happening on the ground in Biafran land. And at the same time, also, if you feel to join us into this very conversation, then the link will be made available to you. You are free to join us in this very program live communicate, join us to deliberate on the issue where people have taken upon themselves to sit at home today, despite the suspension order from DOS. From DOS, directed by our leader, Onyendu Nnamdi Kanu. Now, Mazipat, the question I want to ask you is, Mazipat, do you feel like this method that is being used to govern IPOB over the years, which is command and control, do you think that what is happening now is a threat to that very method of governance which IPOB have used to coordinate its members and to coordinate all the peoples that are registered and oath members of IPOB over these years that has been on the ground doing this very job? Do you think that at this very point in time, after the suspension of sit at home and the people still insist to sit at home every Monday, do you think that that is threat to that method of command and control?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I don't know if I'm clear. I know that I'm having some usual network.
You are 100% clear, Mazipat.
Okay, yes. What we see right now is not a threat to the order of command and control. Like I said earlier at the beginning of this program, at this point in time, the Director of State need to be on top of the situation. They need to take charge of the situation right now and make sure that the will of the people prevail. And when you give an order and people say, no, we have a different understanding entirely, we have a different intention, or it's not in the act of disobedience. What we should be looking at is also the intention of the people. You know, so we've seen it also in battlefield where even a commander and the soldier say, look, commander, listen, the direction you are giving us is not, you understand what I'm saying? So because everybody have their own perspective on issues. So what we expect the director to do right now is to be on top of the matter, look at what the people are requesting for, and fall in line with the demand of people. That is the yes.
Yes, Mazipat. Then another question that I need to put out here that also required clarification is that now this Monday sit at home, you remember that on 26th, which on 26th of on 26th, the day that the Nigerian government is supposed to bring our leader to the court, and it was on 26th Monday. And then after they have failed to produce our leader in the court, then the next Monday, then DOS come with this idea of sit at home every Monday. Now, are you looking at that the masses wanted to mortalize that very Monday as a day that Nigeria have failed to produce Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in the court, and have failed to lay their charges, to come and lay their charges before Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? Do you think that that is what Biafrans are trying to do now, to mortalize that very day, that every Monday we have to remember that Monday 26th of July that Nigeria refused to produce Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in the court? Do you think that is what is playing out now?
Like I told you earlier, what you see on the ground is beyond Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. It is beyond me and you. It is beyond. What we see is a monster that have been built up. The understanding of our people is not only, what we see is not just only Mazi Nnamdi Kanu being in detention. And that is why you see that people are not, even by the fact that people have been convinced quite well that the order came from Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, but they've chosen to lay their grievances on that day, considering the fact that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, who is in detention, also need fair hearing. Our people, you know, there is an analysis somebody made on one politician made that analysis, where he was being questioned on an Arise television, and he said, I think he's not a politician, but he's a lawyer, and he castigated the way the Nigerian government went about the issue of Operation Python Dance. He castigated, I think I have to look for that clip, and there is something he said that is happening right now, that the moment the people perceive any kind of injustice, in the case of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, that the moment the people perceive any kind of injustice, that the people are going to rise up and, you know, make their demand. So, Mazi Solomon, I would like to see if I can get that clip and play that clip, because what that man predicted is what is happening. Our people are beginning to perceive some kind of injustice in the way the issue of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is being carried out, and our people are beginning to now take it upon themselves, despite the fact that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have told them, "Don't fight for me, go about your duties, just don't worry about me." Our people are saying, "No, we are not going to listen to that. We are going to do what is right."
Okay, Mazipat, just because you find the clip that you are looking for, there is something else that I am seeing here. Mazipat, now we are going for 3 weeks, and it looks like people are not ready to give up. Let's assume within you, what do you think? How long do you think that people can continue on this? At the look of things, at the way that people has visited both in the internet, there, despite every communications that are viewed, despite every media outfit that is trying to remind the people that the suspensions holds on Monday, despite all those campaigns, yet people still persist this way. So, like, as they look at things now, how long do you think that this thing can go? At the look at things, the way people are out here to do things the way they want to do it, how long do you think this can go?
Mazi, when you look at the rhetorics out there, when you look at the rhetorics of our people out there, what they are saying is that they will not stop sitting at home until Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is out of detention. That is the rhetoric. That is the mindset of everybody. That is, and more people are even going to join from what we are seeing now, because at the beginning there is this doubt. People were doubting if the sit at home will even hold or it will not hold. And now we are seeing that the sit at home is already holding, and there are few people walking around, and I can tell you that it's just a matter of time, more people will join. Every Monday is holding. And one other thing again, you also have to look is the Monday sit at home also be an opportunity for the Nigerian the police and the army to go about intimidating people in the name of fighting IPOB. So anybody who is on the street might be taking a big risk because you can be seen as somebody who is trying to enforce the sit at home, even when you are going about your normal duty. So it is very, very important that our people understand that if you come out with the level of things, you might be putting your life in danger because you can be perceived as one of those trying to enforce the sit at home, even while you are with your normal duties. So we've seen the rhetoric out there that they are taking the first very order, because what we see here is adhering to that first very order of sit at home, and that is what our people have started to do. So
okay,
that
Mazipat, looking at the look of things now, and the DOS has already put on a statement that they say that Mazi will want the sit at home will only be when he's going to court. At the look at things, what do you think that it will happen the day within the October when they will decide to bring our leader to the court, as the day they have mapped to bring him to court? What do you think that will be happening that day?
What will happen that day is already is what we see on them, because if the people can sit at home in a normal day when they are asked not to sit at home and they choose to sit at home, now imagine what will happen the day they are asked to sit at home, the official day of sitting at home. You can, from the perspective, I don't even need to go into that explanation, because what we see happening right now have already told us what will happen on the official day of sit at home. Mazi Solomon.
Yeah, Mazi, you have just described it very well to the way that I like. So actually, what will be expected on the day that our leader will go to court will be more intense than what we are seeing today. Okay, Mazipat. Coming out from there is something, Mazipat, I want us to discuss as to regard to what is happening on the ground today, and what IPOP has been doing over the years. It seems like this is a new discovery of a way to carry out a successful agitation in Nigeria. What do you have to think? Because what we are seeing happening here today might escalate to Oduduwa land and even to Middle Belt, that people will see that sit at home is the best way to register their grievances in Nigeria. Shut down every revenue, every economic activities in your area to register your grievance. What do you think about it, Mazipa?
Mazi, you know, over the years, before I joined IPOB, over the years, before Mazi Nnamdi Kanu even came on board, my desire had always been, how do we use our economic power to bring Nigeria down? You know, I have always thought in my mind, but I didn't know it was going to be possible one day where people can actually come together and build up a synergy and use their economic power. You know, because when you look at what is happening today, those who sat at home haven't got anything to lose. Because if you are a trader, what you didn't sell on Monday, you can sell it on Tuesday. But those who have things to lose have economic. In fact, if the Nigerian government tell you what they lose every Monday, so you marvel, because every Monday you have tax collectors coming to, whether you sell or you don't sell, you must pay your taxes, and we see different taxes, and these are internal generated revenue, and this revenue goes to the state, this local government, the state, and even these revenues are not even maximized. They are not even used for the good of the people. When you look at the streets are not even well kept. You see dustbin everywhere. You see dirt littering around. This internally generated revenue, the tax they collect, are supposed to be used to keep the street clean, pack the dustbin, put the right infrastructure for traders, make sure that you have a water system, you safety mechanism. We've seen situations where fire got into Onitsha market and there was no fire service to take care of that situation. And these are traders who have been contributing to make sure that if such a situation happens, that you have the water, the fire service to come to their rescue. But all the taxes that are collected are being pocketed in individual government pockets, individuals who occupy those positions, and these traders who have become slaves to their politicians, having got no benefit. So when you sit at home, you are cutting down that cost of the tax, that contribution you are making that they are looting. You know, that is why you see them complaining, because what they are going to lose. That is why you see the politicians crying, because that money that they are going to generate on Monday wouldn't be coming to them. Ordinarily, if they don't have anything to lose, you will see them crying. You know, so I think that our people are beginning to understand the economics of sit at home.
Yes, Mazipat, just to add to what you have said, it's just like we have 30 days in a month, and then out of the 30 days of the month that local government of the state government, out of the 30 days that they have to recorded revenue, then people are sitting at home in 4 days. So 4 days is a very big
vacuum. A very big
vacuum to the revenues that they. But Mazipat, that is on the part of the government, and that is on the part of the state government and local government, who are going to lose money. By the way, they have never used the money to work for the people, and that is the result of what is happening today, because they have never think about the people. They only think about what they profit and what they gain and what they could save somewhere for themselves and for their generations. But Mazipat, coming from there, do you think that police are affected by this sit at home? Because you know, every day in Nigeria they walk around, they extract money from people, they block on the road, you know, they collect a lot of money on the road. Do you think that these police, who are also collecting bribe and extracting money from people, from the people of the southeast and the people of Biafra, do you think they also will use this very opportunity to lose heavily? What do you have to comment on this?
Basically, we've seen the job our leader have done by, you know, being able to take care of us and all the, you know, the activities, the illegal activities of the occupying forces, the police, the army, and all that. Listen, the truth is, when people sit at home, those who are benefiting, which are the government officials, are the biggest losers. And that is why
the police.
They are all the agencies involved in extorting.
Mazipat is struggling with a network at this very moment.
That is why you see them cry more.
Okay, Mazipat, you are back.
Yes. Who else? I said, when you see them say that sit at home is disrupting business activity, you ask them, whose business is it disrupting? It is their own business, because the people who are sitting at home understanding that they are not going to trade, and they have decided to make sacrifice on that day. But who don't have any business in the business are the ones complaining. So now you can understand their business, because if I decide to sit at home and not to go to work, if you don't have business in my business, why are you complaining? You know, so it goes a long way to show you that the losers are those complaining, the politicians, the police, and that is why it is important that when people sit at home, everybody must collaborate, because when you come out, the police who have lost money that day can even, you know, take the revenge on you who is on the street trying to fight yourself.
Yes, Mazipat. Yes, Mazipat. There is something I want you to comment on here. I like a comment that somebody somebody commented here. He said in his comment that the day that Mazen Nandekanu will go to court, that not even a file will come out of the street, and that is true. I support that very comment. But Mazipat, I wanted to say something else to get your comment on this. Do you think that DOS, through the directive of our leader, our Onyendu Mazen Nandekanu, from the detention of DSS, give order for the suspension of this sit at home, and then now people have resolved to sit at home despite the order of suspension. Do you see it as a disunity, or are you still seeing it that we are united, but we don't want to give any chance to Nigerian government as to what happened to Mazen Nandekanu? So what is your comment?
Mazi, the truth is, when the first sit at home was called, there was this controversy that people are being forced to sit at home. You know, and I think Mazen Nandekanu, there is something about him that we need to appreciate. He called all this himself from the accusation out. I don't know if I'm coming out.
Your voice is cracking, but you are more better now.
Okay, Mazen Nandekanu have technically exempted himself from the accusation of being in the prison and commanding people to sit at home. He has practically exempted from that accusation. Oh, you are in the prison. You are to go and from that accusation. Now, sit by the side and watch the activities play out by itself. Please, if you are calling me, it's not a direct call. The call is a WhatsApp call. It is a WhatsApp.
Mazi, sorry. Your line keep
if you have to call through the WhatsApp and not call through the WhatsApp and not the direct call, not the direct number. If you want to call in and make your contribution, somebody said that he's been trying to reach me. The WhatsApp, the line is open. Please, if you want to call in +39 388 177 9665. No, so what people like us are expecting is for Mazen Nandekanu at this point to be neutral and tell them I have given the order. The Biafrans have the right to make their decisions, and I think it is done.
Okay, Mazipat, are you saying right now that Mazen Nandekanu, seeing what is playing out in Biafran land now, are you saying that he might somehow be happy? Is that what you are saying?
Mazi, can you please repeat, because I didn't get the question?
Yeah, the question is, do you think that Mazen Nandekanu, being under the detention of DSS at this moment, seeing what is playing out in Biafran land, about this sit at home that has been suspended, and yet the people decide to carry it on? So do you think that Mazen Nandekanu, seeing what is happening now in detention, might still feel happy that people have taken this very stand and they are going on with it? Do you think that he will be happy? He's happy.
Maz, I'll be back in a moment.
Okay, Mazipat has just left. Okay, the question that I was trying to throw to Mazipat, you might be out there. We want to join this very program via call.
Team one with God, we dedicate this song to Dr. Mazen Nandekanu. For real, freedom, freedom, yeah. Freedom, Freedom, Mazen Nandekanu, yeah. Freedom. Dr. Mazin the Canwe. Na nebe, wa nebe, Ubudabaka. Listen. Onye bukwa onye chi ya debelu. Onye bukwa onye chi ya debelu. Onye bukwa onye chi ya debelu n'ụwa maka mkpụrụ ikulu ka ị ga-aghọlụ. Onye bukwa onye chi ya debelu. Onye bukwa onye chi ya debelu. Onye bukwa onye chi ya debelu n'ụwa maka mkpụrụ ikulu ka ị ga-aghọlụ. Onye bukwa onye chi ya debelu. Onye bukwa onye chi ya debelu. Onye bukwa onye chi ya debelu n'ụwa maka mkpụrụ ikulu ka ị ga-aghọlụ. Onye na-enye ndụ adịghị enye ọnwụ. Ike dịrị Chukwu abịa mma. I've gone all around the world. Ike dịrị osebụrụ ụwa. Welu nwayọ, welu nwayọ, nwayọ. Welu nwayọ, welu nwayọ, nwayọ. Come on. Oh, things that pass away. But much surely come to pass on Judgment Day. Welu nwayọ, welu nwayọ. In another man, welu nwayọ. Onye bukwa onye chi ya debelu. Onye bukwa onye chi ya debelu. Onye bukwa onye chi ya debelu n'ụwa maka mkpụrụ ikulu ka ị ga-aghọlụ. Onye bukwa onye chi ya debelu. Onye bukwa onye chi ya debelu. Onye bukwa onye chi ya debelu n'ụwa maka mkpụrụ ikulu ka ị ga-aghọlụ. Onye bukwa onye chi ya debelu. Onye bukwa onye chi ya debelu. Onye bukwa onye chi ya debelu n'ụwa maka mkpụrụ ikulu ka ị ga-aghọlụ. Giving them on the canoe, he's a freedom. Biafra Solomon with the wisdom. Ema conquer Buhari intimidation. Kumalova Biafra television and the radio station. We live in a mysterious world. My brother, you can't be told. If an eme, onye ge puo, ime ponu puo, ebolo onye golago. If an eme, onye ge puo, ime ponu puo, ebolo onye golago. If an eme, onye ge puo, ime ponu puo, ebolo onye pelago. If an eme, onye ge puo, ime ponu puo, ebolo onye pilabo. Onye bukwa onye chi ya debelu. Onye bukwa onye chi ya debelu. Onye bukwa onye chi ya debelu n'ụwa maka mkpụrụ ikulu ka ị ga-aghọlụ. Onye bukwa onye chi ya debelu. Onye bukwa onye chi ya debelu. Onye bukwa onye chi ya debelu n'ụwa maka mkpụrụ ikulu ka ị ga-aghọlụ. Onye bukwa onye chi ya debelu. Onye bukwa onye chi ya debelu. Onye bukwa onye chi ya debelu n'ụwa maka mkpụrụ ikulu ka ị ga-aghọlụ. Dibịa bụ ụwa niile. Dr. Monye for real records fast on the beat.
You're welcome back, guys. Welcome back to the program. Please help share this program. We've seen activities that are playing now. This is on the main, the Onitsha Bridge this morning, and this is Niger Bridge. Well, the Niger Bridge that is always busy. Traffic, everybody knows the story, but today is completed. And it's a sign of the will of the people. It is also a call for the leadership POB to take charge of the situation at this point in time, and not to allow the wrong people to play into what is happening on the ground. I believe leadership must fall in line with the will and the wish of the people and see that they take control of the situation. That is my call this morning. Our people have decided that they want to sit at home, and you cannot do otherwise. You cannot force them against their will. We have to fall in line and keep the family united. That is the only way to go. If the people say they want to sit at home, as much as it is individual decisions, that individual decision have to be accompanied by the IPOB leadership, by letting people understand that sit at home remains suspended, but you can carry out your sit at home if you feel it is, within your understanding to do that, you cannot muzzle the people against their will and not expect a backlash. So I encourage the IPOB leadership to sit back and reevaluate the situation and encourage those who want to sit at home to sit at home, so that people will not see it as a kind of violation against the leadership of IPOB. If the people decide they want to sit at home, it becomes their personal discretion to do that and not a violation. We should not make it look as a violation against the order. So there should be some level of options left on the table, that if the people decide, like what we are seeing right now, that if the people decide to sit at home, they can do it in their own individual capacities. So there should be room for such opportunity. Mazi Solomon, welcome back to the program.
Yes, Mazi Pat. You are talking about looking at sit at home as a way of disobedient to the order of DOS. I just want to contribute on that very aspect, because he doesn't suggest so. He doesn't suggest.
No, it's like you didn't get the point. You didn't get the point. What I'm trying to say is that at this point in time, that the leadership of IPOB must take control of the situation and give room, so that it doesn't look as if that people sit at home are violating the order. That there should be a second option on the table where they can ask the people, if you want to sit at home, you are free to sit at home as your own personal, as much as the suspension is still carried on, but you can sit at home if you wish in your own capacity. So if you are sitting at home, it should not be violation of the order. That is what I'm trying to say.
Okay. Yeah. Your point is very, very clear. Very, very clear. But also the DOS has already given a directive and a kind of an order that should be carried out when they suspended this very sit at home every Monday. They say that it can only be activated in the day that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. So the DOS are joining sit at home order, and the entire IPOP families and under the command and control, they are joining, everyone is joining sit at home orders on the day that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will be having, that will be appearing in the Nigerian court. So already the order has already been issued out, and we wait for that very day. All the Biafran land will be under lock and key, definitely. And even people who are outside Biafran land might be joining in that very lockdown, in that very ghost town. And it's going to happen again. We believe and we support the people in their decision very, very well. We know that we have every right to think independently. We have every right to do what we can to secure the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. We have right to do everything we can to restore Biafra. So it is under the right of the people. Like seeing people sitting at home today, they are actually demonstrating their civil rights, which is allowed and which they have right to. So it's very, very important that people should be appreciated to have taken it upon themselves without being told what to do, to sit at home, and they are doing it in regard to the freedom of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and freedom of Biafra. They should be given, these people should be praised.
One other thing again that the DOS should also appreciate, and the leadership of IPOB should also appreciate, very, very important in this event, is that they have also been vindicated. That the leadership of IPOB have also been vindicated from the perception that they are forcing people to sit at home, because that was what the news were carrying, that people were forcing it, people were, forcing people to. So I think it's also a vindication on the part of the leadership of IPOB, and that vindication should be appreciated by the leadership.
Yes, Maz, there is a comment here that I just need to pick on. And that comment, the person who commented, he registered his name as Janja Weavers IPOP, say fuck DOS on this very one, you know. He's trying, sorry, the comment is trying to escape me, but whatever he says, he said that fuck fuck DOS on this very one. So anyway, the person who registered his name as Genderweed versus IPOP, your comment here in this manner is not welcome. And just wanted to point out here, because so many people seems to be agitating against IPOP leadership and the DOS, as if they are the one who bring out the initiative of suspension. We must understand here that DOS wanted to stay at home every 4 days, every Monday, 4 days in a month. This is their decision. The decision to suspend sit at home is not from DOS, it's from the order from above, from our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, under the detention of DSS. So it is Mazi Nnamdi Kanu who asks for the suspension of sit at home. You must carry it in mind, you must have it in mind that every damn Biafra in IPOP even want to sit at home more than 4 days in a month. They wanted even to do more. DOS wanted to do more, but our leader, for a reason best known to him, and we have known him as an intelligent and a wise person, so said this order should be under suspension and can only be activated on the day that he will be coming to court. He has reason for that, and we must respect his wish, and under the command and control. So DOS is in support of sitting at home. DOS want to sit at home, but the order to suspend it come from above, and we are under the chain of command and control. So if the least people of Biafra can obey command and control, then it is bound more on the people who are on the leadership of IPOP. Command and control is bound on them. And another person is commanding. I think this person who say Obele Eze.
I think we've missed certain phone calls. So I think the network, the WhatsApp had an issue, and people have been trying to call in. I was wondering what's the problem. People have been trying to call in. So let me see if I get back to our brother. Hello, caller. Welcome to the program.
Yeah, Obele Eze, please.
Yeah, go ahead.
Thank you.
Tell us your name and where you are calling from.
People should be very, very careful with some of all these people that come on platforms and they write the rubbish on your platform this morning, because early this morning my senior sister called me from Owerri. They are not members of IPOB. Most of our people back home, people should understand this. What I that is that I asked her, are you going to work? She told me even since Friday. She said, no. Even if they know that we have suspended it, IPOB has suspended the visit at home, but they are doing on their own. People should not misunderstand this. On their own. It's not that they are disrespecting Mazi Nnamdi Kanu or IPOB DOS order to suspend it. No. What they are doing, people should understand. You people in media should start framing the mind of our people, so that all these idiots that flaunt all over Facebook, talking rubbish about DOS, talking rubbish about this and that, should stop. Our people decided to sit at home by themselves to show more solidarity to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. They are even telling me that even if Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is released today, they will continue to make Monday a sit at home for themselves to show that they don't want to even have anything to do with Nigeria again. This is what they are telling me. I've called different people, my own family members. They said that to me. My own senior brother said that to me. My own sisters said that to me. They live all over the whole place in Biafra land, where in Onisha, in Enugu, in Bondi, or everywhere.
That's what they have decided to do, so that people will not misunderstand it that, oh, they are disobeying DOS order or Mazen Namdekano. People should know this, because on your platform this morning, I wrote that my family even said that they are not going nowhere. They are going to sit at home. When I told them it's been suspended, and they continue to say that they know it's suspended, but they are doing the sit at home by themselves, collectively. Nobody is telling them not to sit at home or to sit at home. That even our leader is released today. They will continue even next week to sit at home on Mondays. This is what information that is coming.
Thank you very much, caller.
All these ones that are attacking, insulting my family or insulting people on social media, that they are DSS agents and this and that, they should get the hell out of this platform. I'm waiting something. My name is Aloy Emeke.
Thank you very much.
This morning.
Thank you, Mazi. Thank you for that insight. Thank you for that inciting contribution. Yeah, Mazi, so we've seen that this caller have made it clear about the information he got, about the stand of our people as regard to the sit at home. Let's see if we can take another caller. Hello, caller. Please shut down your listening. Yes, your listening device. Yes, go ahead and make your contribution, please. Tell us where you are calling.
My name is Gabriel. I'm calling from Philippines.
Okay, go ahead, Gabriel from Philippines.
There is one thing I want to contribute and this concerning this sit at home that people decided to sit at home after the order of suspending sit at home. There is one thing people have to know. It's all about. That's why when they say Biafra is the spirit, people don't understand it. Nnamdi Kanu have been saying this off and on about our people. One thing about word of spirit is that word of spirit is just like it's just something that is just soaking like when you pour kerosene on the ground, when there is sound, it will be just a little bit soaking. That is how the word was soaking on their France. And now the kidnapping Nnamdi Kanu from Kenya is when those words that Nnamdi Kanu have been, preaching to our people, enter our people, and the people know that people realize exactly what Nnamdi Kanu is telling them about Nigerians. So this suspension is not about it's beyond the US or beyond Nnamdi Kanu. Even I called one of my friends in Ebonyi State, Abakaliki. He told me that they are at home. I said, why? He said about it at home. I said, but I think they are suspended. Already suspended that. He said from where? He said, man, he said that even people don't live that they won't and speak to them. US. That is Nigeria governments have passed their ban arresting him. They want him to come out. This for him to speak to them. So I want to thanks all these people that all these anti-Biafra, anti-Nnamdi Kanu. They will be coming just like what our brother said. I'm preparing that DOS is this, that they don't believe that not the real freedom fighter, not the lover of Nnamdi Kanu. They will be saying it as if they love Nnamdi Kanu, but they just want to put, make DOS not to be valued to people. But people sitting at home is not about the US. It's beyond the US. It's a spirit of Biafrans.
Thank you, caller. Thank you, caller. Caller, thank you very much.
And one thing more that I have to
let Nigerians to know that 30 seconds.
Even that day of God of Nnamdi Kanu, if they refuse to bring Nnamdi Kanu, it's more brutal. Even they will see it's not about sit at home anymore. They will see what much greater than the sit at home. That is what I want.
Thank you very much. Thank you, caller. Thank you, caller. Thank you for that contribution. Thank you. Yeah, so Mazi Solomon, I know you followed it. I have another caller from London. Hello, caller. Welcome to the program.
Hello.
Yeah, good morning from here. Welcome to the program. Can you please tell us your name and where you're calling from?
Yes, this is Luke calling from London. What I want to add to this matter is that allow the sit at home to continue, because we have seen that it is effective, and the whole world is noticing it. Biafra is being noticed all over the world because of this sit at home. So we should allow it to continue. That is my message.
Thank you very much, caller. Thank you very much. Thank you for that contribution. Thank you. Yeah, Mazi Solomon, we've seen, we have another caller. Hello, caller. Welcome to the program. Hello, caller.
Good morning.
Good morning. Welcome to the program.
Yeah, I'm calling from Ebonyi State.
What is the situation in Ebonyi right now?
Everywhere is totally locked down.
Can you send us some pictures on this WhatsApp number? Send us some pictures. If you have to be careful to avoid being attacked by the police, because with the situation, the police can shoot anybody and say, oh, they are the ones enforcing the sit at home. So you have to be careful to avoid you falling victim.
Okay, I'm aware of that because of what happened last time. They shot people to death. I'm aware of that.
Yeah, because the police can just give an excuse and say, we've just killed those people enforcing the sit at home. And that is the reason if everybody have to stay indoors, let everybody stay indoors, because you could come out to go about your business that business does not even exist in the first place, because you say there are no businesses open. So what are you doing outside? And they will say, oh, after everybody is sitting at home, the same police will tell you that everybody is sitting at home. What are you doing outside? And they can take you out.
That is the same thing they are doing here in Ebonyi State.
So it's better.
Was it 2 days ago that I came out to interview some people about this sit at home?
Yes.
I was interacting with the Okada riders and the Keke riders. They told me that nothing will make them break the sit at home, that sit at home continue. Even said they even wanted to extend till Tuesday also. So that the people are taking it upon themselves that they want to respect, to show the whole world their grievances. Martin Amicano that has been on detention, that they don't like it. So US that have been maybe saying, maybe speaking what Martin Amicano told them to suspend the sit at home. I don't think it will work, because 99% of Biafra this sit at home. So they should just allow it to maintain. One, they've given their own order, and the people are taking it upon themselves. Let them allow.
Thank you very much, caller. Thank you for that contribution. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Yeah, Mazi Solomon, we can see calls continue to flow. Calls from all over the place.
Mazi Pat, there is something that I want to comment as the program is rolling. Regarding people mentioning DOS here, DOS. The issue of sit at home we are commenting here is not in the hand of DOS anymore. DOS has done their job, has been directed by Onyendu, and these are the things that, these are the oath of office they took to be loyal to the command, to the highest command of IPOP, and they have done their job very well. Individually, as you looked at DOS, they want even more than Monday sit at home. They want more than that measure to be lashed on Nigerian government who are holding Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. But the way IPOP leadership was structured to function, they have done their job. and sit at home is not in their hand. So anybody who is coming, so leave that DOS should leave people to sit at home. DOS are not holding anybody. As of this very moment, they have done their job. Sit at home, order came, they came out, they said there will be sit at home, and they will supply resources to make sure that it's being enforced. And when the order comes, suspend it, they suspend it. And the people said, we are not going to come out for our business if Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is still under the detention of DSS, and which is very, very clear. I don't know why people keep including DOS in this matter. They have
I think it is our duty to educate our people, make them understand, like you are educating them now, that the DOS have no fault in the suspension of the sit at home, that what they've done is their duty to follow orders. And if Biafran choose otherwise, they have also the right to make their own decisions and say, no, leave this one for us to handle. And what we are saying is that the Directorate of State should just fall in line with the will of the people.
Yes, Maz, you have touched the point. You have touched the point, and I believe that they are at this very moment. They are at this very moment.
Yes. Hello, caller. Welcome to the program.
Hello.
Yes.
Good morning, Mr. Pat.
Yes. Go ahead. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Okay, my name is Elvis. I'm calling from Germany.
Okay, Elvis, welcome to the program.
Okay. What I want to say is our people should, like you said, you just said about DOS. One thing I will not do as a member of IPOB is to open my mouth and mention DOS with an insult, or write anything on social media against DOS, because DOS is a structure of IPOB Nnamdi, our leader, led. And there are people who are working in DOS. They have names, they have phone numbers, they have addresses. If any IPOB member has issue with any of them, you will write the person's name, you call the person's name and say whatever you want to say, nobody will. But when you mention DOS, it's me, it hurts my heart. I feel like this is the highest insult an IPOB member will give to our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, by mentioning DOS on social media. Insulting DOS on social media is the highest insult anyone can give to our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Rather, if anybody did something that is not good, you don't like, call that person's name, trace that person, you have their number. Like me, I've done everything to contact any member of DOS. They are not reachable. I have problem with them. They are not reachable. So because of that, I wouldn't come on social media to say DOS. Never.
Yeah, but you can reach the DOS through your. You can reach the DOS through your zonal coordinators. You can reach the DOS through your coordinators, your unit and zonal coordinators.
Mazipat, I don't think he's hearing you. Please, can you speak louder?
Yeah, I think he's not even paying attention. He's not. Caller, can you hear me?
Yes, I'm hearing.
I said if you want to read the DOS, you can read the DOS through your zonal coordinators, through your unit coordinators. If you have anything that is of concern, you can send your message across through your unit coordinators or your zonal coordinators. That is how it is done. Except you are not in IPOB. Hello, caller. Welcome to the program. Yes, I hope that the caller calls back. The line went off.
Yeah.
Solomon, yes.
Before you comment,
let's take this caller, please, before we return back to address that issue. Hello, caller. Welcome to the program. I'm trying to take as much call as possible.
You are doing a great job. First of all, I want to comment on IPOB worldwide.
And I want to say it here and clear that it is Nnamdi Kanu, the reason why the whole of Southwest is not Islamized today. And history will remember everyone who is playing a part in the Biafra restoration. And the death of the sacrifice of our fallen hero will never be in vain. And the reason why I'm saying all this is because due to the sit-at-home order that was installed by the DOS, it is the greatest atomic bomb that can destroy Nigeria, because the government knew that the whole of it is going to escalate from Delta State and to the whole of Southwest. They started disbursing money that was in Delta State. To the extent, at first, the youth denied taking the money. They rejected the money. But when the youth ordered the cancellation, they went back and started collecting this money. You understand? But what I'm saying is that if we all can come together,
but you can still take the money and sit at home, by the way, because the money is yours. Go ahead. If government share you money, if the government, listen, if they bring out money to share you and say, this money, use it and come out, you can take the money and sit at home and nothing will happen. You know, if you collect money, you can take the money, use it to cook better pepper soup that day. You and your friend will sit at home and enjoy yourself. You have just 1 minute.
They are trying their possible means to make sure that this movement will be stopped. You understand?
Listen. One thing our people need to understand is that. Listen to me. One thing our people need to understand. Can you hear me? One thing our people need to understand is that do not reject money, because you need the money, by the way. If the government bring money to bribe you against Biafra restoration, take that money and continue to follow, keeping it by this very long time, and they suddenly bring it out. Take the money because you need the money as well. But that should be. Yes, you take
the voice. Please, can you allow him to finish? And the phone is not coming. The phone is not coming out.
I think he has made his contribution, and we appreciate his concern, because we have series of calls. We have a lot of callers. People are calling in now. People are talking about government bringing out money to bribe them to not to sit at home. Mazi Solomon, what do you see to that? In my opinion, people should take the money, contribute the money, cook better soup that they sit at home and enjoy yourself.
Yeah, as long as you know you can take the money and they do otherwise or do contrary to what they want you to do, or continue taking order, then. But in my own advice is that such money can also be a defied money, which people who are fighting for justice might not in a right way collect money, such a defied money from the politicians. So instead of allowing yourself to be trapped by their money, avoid it. Very important.
Yeah, so Mazi Solomon, as far as that, because the money is the money of the people, it is the people's money. So anytime they bring it out, you must understand that any money that politician is giving to you is the money they are supposed to spend on infrastructure. These are money that they are supposed to spend for your well-being. And if you take that money and do otherwise, at some point they will understand. They will no longer bring the money to you, because they know that when you take the money, you are not also still going to do according to their wish. So that will also discourage them from bribing our people. If you continue to take their money and do otherwise, at some point they will wake up and say, the last time we will go share their money, they chop the money, finish, sit at home. That will also make them understand that the people are waking up to the reality. Hello, welcome to the program, caller. Hello, caller.
Hello, my brother.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. I'm coming from India.
Go ahead and make your contribution.
Okay, there's something I want to say. This decision where the US they take, that decision, you know, will help us. Because, let's make they talk like that. You say, if you leave only DOS or registered member of IPOB, they can never achieve anything for Biafra. Understand me? If they come the talk say no only registered member of IPOB can give them or go tell them what they go do. You know go help any matter. Understand me? Because it's not compulsory that everyone must register as IPOB member. You get some people where never register for IPOB, what they bring or what they give ideas or they contribute something that is going to give us Biafra. But if they come emphasize, say, you must register or take oath as a member of IPOB before they listen to you.
Say you are working in line with IPOB. Hello, can you hear me?
Hello, I'm hearing you.
If all of us be doing our own thing differently, the essence of encouraging people to join IPOB is to create the environment where people can work together. You understand what I'm saying? Why
Even if the person is not a member or is not a registered member, if the person bring idea that is going to help us tomorrow,
you cannot bring idea that will help IPOB from outside IPOB. IPOB might not take your idea.
These people that call themselves IPOB, if the other people can never join them
Listen,
Biafra, can they bring Biafra for us?
that is what I'm saying. If you know,
If they support, if they give them, okay, now they say sit at home, nobody obey them because those people are not registered IPOB. Can they achieve what they want to get?
if you love IPOB and you love what IPOB is doing, the first step for you is to join IPOB. You cannot tell me you love IPOB, you are a Biafran, you love IPOB, you love what IPOB is doing, but you refuse to join IPOB, and you are from outside bringing suggestions. Mazi, do you have anything to say?
Yes, Mazi Party. Now you see, I love this scholar. I love this scholar because he's trying to expose the kind of people who is busy here calling DOS names and all that. That is what the scholar is actually exposing.
If you are not a member of IPOB, if you are not, it's not something you'll be shouting and be angry about. If you are not a member of IPOB and you love what IPOB is doing, register with IPOB and make your contribution from within. You cannot be making contribution from outside. Your contribution might be appreciated to some extent, but it will do more good if you join and become part of the system. Mazi Solomon, go ahead.
Yes, actually, his call has shown the kind of people who are coming here to make mention of DOS. I told you we know who these people are. He's talking about DOS giving order and people are not following the order. Who is not following the order of DOS? Because in the first place, the initiative of Monday sit at home is order from the DOS, and that day all Biafrans obey it. So, and there is something people has to understand with when we ask for people to be a registered member of IPOB and financial contributor, is because it's very, very important that IPOB has been on the forefront of this very agitation for a very long time. And we are able to succeed to the point of planting IPOP family, Biafran family all over the world. And we are able to achieve it based that people registered and become the financial contributor in that very movement. And we're able to bind ourselves together and speaking in one voice. So, and the profit, the gain that IPOP, being the member of IPOP, brought to us today is the Biafran that you are talking about today. If not for what this IPOP family has been doing over the years, will he have place to call and be yabbing about Biafra? Or will the people who say they are talking about Biafra today, will they find a ground to stand?
Those that are bringing idea today, if not for this
Will
IPOP,
they find a place?
where will you bring the idea to?
Yeah, where would you have taken your idea to? If not for people who has consistently doing what is right, bringing people into IPOP family and being a financial contributor, taking oath even to take bullet for Biafrans all these years. If not for the sacrifice of these people and for the work that Mazen Nandekano has done by putting the family together, will you see a place for you?
Because for you to talk about IPOP, there is a structure and people made up that structure. Now you don't want to be part of that structure, but you want to be part of that structure at the same time. How does that work?
Mazi, hold on for me. You are going to block this Obeleze. A mild warning, one single warning. Our discussion here does not base on DOS, and there is certain explanation that we have made for you here, Obeleze, that's supposed to have helped you to understand what is happening and why it happened. So DOS are the one who brought the idea of sit at home and they give the order, and they even fought people who wanted to campaign against sit at home. So they want to sit at home, but order come from the leader, our leader Mazen Nandekano, to suspend it. And this is what the structure of IPOP was structured to do, to take order from Mazen Nandekano. So for them taking order from him is not an alien, it's not a new thing. They have been taking order from him. Mazen Nandekano has the highest power in IPOP that once he said a word, under command and control, everybody follow. Suspension of a sit at home is not the idea of DOS. It is an order from our leader, Mazen Nandekano, under the direction of DSS. And that order has to be followed by DSS and by DOS. And that is what they are structured to do. And this DOS we are talking about is not an individual. Thousands of people, hundreds of people are involved in decision making of this body.
By the way, the hatred that we see, the hatred that we see toward DOS today was the hatred that was towards Mazen Nandekano while he was outside with us. Go ahead.
Exactly.
They have shifted
so
that
these very people, Obele, in this program, we are begging you for the last time. For the last time, don't write again and insult DOS. DOS is a structured body in which that govern the IPOP. The person that is there today is not that person's inheritance. Anybody can step down and anybody can step up in DOS. Even you yourself, if you are real, you can be the DOS member tomorrow. If you are real. So let it be the last time you write in this very program and insult DOS. You don't have such morality to do that. They are not the one who put the initiation of suspension of sit at home. The order is from our leader, Onyendu Mazen Nandekano.
So you should be blaming our leader for suspending the sit at home.
Yes. You also right to be among people who will go and see him in the prison this coming Monday. You go and see him and you ask him all your questions, all your why. Prepare it. Join, meet the lead counsel of Mazen Nandekano. Meet them. so that they can include you on the people that might go to see him this Monday or anytime next week, so that you can ask him all your why. We are wired and instructed in IPOP to obey the order from above.
Mazi,
this is how we have been functioning over the years.
There is this notion, Mazi, that people feel that they can make decisions for IPOB from outside IPOB. Oh, is it only people that are registered? Should it only be the people that are registered? If you want to be part of it, come in and become part of it. If you don't want to be part of it, then stay aside. You can't be out there on the fence and telling IPOB how to run itself. Mazi Solomon, people need to get it clear. If you love what IPOB is doing as you could, why not join? What is stopping you from joining? You cannot say you love what IPOB is doing and the door is open for you to join, and you are sitting by the side, you don't want to join, and you continue to tell IPOB how to run its affairs. Mazi Solomon.
We are IPOP, so let me answer to, is that Uchenna? In IPOP, we have DOS. DSS are the people who are holding our leader. Is the Secret Service service of Nigerian government. DOS is Directorate of State. In IPOP, they are the governing body of IPOP. This is a structure. Whenever you hear DOS, is a structure. Is a structure before human beings were used to fill it up. So if you have problem with anybody who is the member of DOS today, you should mention that person's name direct, and we know who you are addressing to. Whatever thing you might think as to be the condition of our leader under the DSS, can remain your own personal opinion. Now, there is a lead counsel, and we trust them in anything that has to do with the judiciary, in anything that has to do with court, or with going to court, or anything that has to do with legal process as to regard to the detention of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. We trust that responsibility in the hand of the legal team. It's not the first time. There was a legal team before who were doing the case of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in 2016 to 17. They were changed. If we find out that these people, which this thing is in their hands today, are not doing a good job, at the end of the day, they will be changed. But
there is a question from our brother Benjamin. Mazi Benjamin C. Patrick said, please, when order is given for a sit at home, is it only IPOB family members in Biafra land that observe it? Mazi, based on the argument of people joining IPOB and all that.
Okay, let me answer this person now. Is it everybody in that Nigeria where he's living? Is it everybody that is a police officer in Nigeria? Is it everybody that is army? Is it everybody that is ESN member? The answer is no. IPOP are the mass movement that is agitating for Biafra nation. So whenever they decide anything, they communicate with Biafrans. Anything they decide, they organize, they communicate with Biafrans. That is what is happening. So when sit at home order is given, it is for Biafrans, for all Biafrans to observe. So that is just what you need to do.
I think I have to block JP Derrick, who just sent an abuse on me and you and the Directorate of State. That is quite, a high level of disrespect and lack of manner You know, so I'm going to block him for that attitude. You know, he sent an abuse on me, on you, and everybody. And for that reason, I'm blocking JP Derek. So you can no longer comment on this. Mazi, go ahead. Mazi, go ahead.
Okay, yes, I'm just trying to see what is happening here. So now, IPOP family has been in the front for this agitation. All we do in IPOP is how to restore Biafra. That is what we do. And we try to unite ourselves as one family to represent everybody in Biafran land when it comes to the struggle for Biafra. And we took oath to achieve the restoration of Biafra. We are financial member sponsoring it. For the good
please,
of every
I mistakenly blocked Roslyn. Sign away to sorry for blocking you. I'm sorry for that. I have to find a way to rectify that after the program. Mazi, go ahead.
So we represent Biafrans, and when it comes to IPOB, we expected every Biafrans to be represented, because the meaning of IPOB is the indigenous people of Biafra. So all we are doing it on the behalf of the Biafrans. And that is what everybody has to understand. So if IPOP leadership give order, then Biafrans observes the order. Biafrans observes the order. So that is what is happening. So you can be an IPOB based that you are a Biafran. But when it comes to giving record, presenting record, and you are not a registered member, somebody who is presiding over the record cannot call the name of person who is not registered that he is registered. It's not possible. It's not possible. So we are united family that is fighting for restoration of Biafra. And we expect every meaningful Biafrans to be part of this movement. Registered and support with your money. But if you feel like you don't like to do so, you are also recognized as a Biafran. Nobody disturbs you, but you are not allowed to act on the behalf of IPOB. You can be on your own. You do your activism of Biafran on your own. But anytime you started doing anything in the name of IPOB, you are expected to be the registered members, because there is check and balance in IPOB. We want to make sure that your conduct and your projection is based on what we agreed on what everybody in the movement agreed on. So you can do your activism of Biafran without mentioning doing it on the behalf of IPOB. And even IPOB family, as long as you are genuine in your activism, IPOB family will support you wholeheartedly. Because our leader tells us that if he finds anybody who is doing something that is good, he will follow that person. So we follow anybody who is doing something that is good for Biafra. But the structure of IPOB did not allow you to act on their behalf, issue statement on their behalf, take action on their behalf without being a family member. and the under-representative capacity. So if you are issuing order in the name of IPOP, we expected you to be the registered member and oath member. We expected you to be somebody in the structure. Nobody is denying anyone from being a Biafran. You can do your Biafran activism anywhere. You will get followers from everywhere. The Biafran will listen to you. IPOP will listen to you. But when it comes to the representative capacity or issuing order in the name of IPOP, you must be a bona fide member of IPOP to do so. So IPOP is not against people who are doing activism, who are doing Biafran activism. No, they are not against people who are contributing in their own quota to see that Biafran is being restored. They are not against it. They are not against anybody who is doing so. But they are against people who also are doing activism in the name of Biafran that are not sincere. That they are not sincere, that are being planted by DSS or by Nigerian government to destabilize what the genuine people are doing. IPOP also can come after you. We are together on this thing. It's just a matter of people's understanding. As you are now, you are one-man squad. You wanted to do things as a one-man squad. You are free to do it. But anytime you start doing it in the name of IPOP, IPOP must keep their record straight. Because people will go, if it's not the way we are structured, by now you will see people, they will go somewhere and do something and they will say they are ESN. You will see people, they will go somewhere and do things and they will come out, they say they are member of IPOP. But we have our check and balance. If you insist that you are an IPOP, you will say,
I have blocked Solomon Uchenna. If you make any silly comment here, insult if you insult anybody in this program, I will block you and you can no longer comment. You know, for Solomon Hussein saying go and sit down, or God, go and sit down, that is quite an insult and is not acceptable. If you do that, I'll block you from further commenting. Mazi, go ahead, please. There should be some level of respect and decorum here.
Yes.
Go ahead.
Yeah. Now, if we are looking at the comment, I know this is a season. This is a season for all these kind of people who are commenting this nonsense. This is their season. The Bible says, under the earth, there is season for everything. They are in their season and they are having fun. They are having fun because they are in their season. Do you see the day that it was announced that Mazen Nandekan was kidnapped by Nigeria? Don't you see people who are cooking food, making party, rejoicing? They enter their season. They enter their season. Even the day that they say that Jesus was crucified and buried, some people enter their season. But after 3 days, Jesus resurrected. All these people you are seeing that are commenting all these things, they are in their season and they are catching fun. Not that they have any interest for Biafran people or for the Biafran freedom, but they just find a time to catch fun. But we will keep explaining. The people who we are listening and people who are getting educated by what we are saying, they may not be commenting here. So that is just the truth. IPOP are grassroots movements that are asking for actualization of Biafran. That is, if you want to be part of it, if you want to act on their behalf, if you want to speak on the behalf of IPOP, if you wanted to represent IPOP, you must be a member of IPOP and go through the process of being a member. That's it. It doesn't matter what you think or what you are saying. We will always win. We are wired to the last man. Forget all this mago. It's not about what people come to say. We are wired. We are wired So whatever things you have to say or the fun you have to catch now by saying whatever things you feel to say, that you just catch those fun for now. For now, is your season. But the truth is that if you want to speak on behalf of IPOP, if you want to give order on the behalf of IPOP, if you wanted to represent IPOP, if you are speaking on the behalf of IPOP, you must be a member. And if you are not, we will keep our record straight. Because you can't say you like IPOP, like what they are doing, you are acting on their behalf, speaking on their behalf, and you don't want to identify with them. What does that mean? It means hypocrite. It means that there is things you are hiding. So what stopped you? Be on your own. Do whatever you wanted to do on your own. If you fail, good. If you succeed, good. Then leave this IPOP alone to continue doing what they are doing. Is allowed. And if anybody is in IPOP, if what IPOP is doing is not good, that is the one that you are doing is good, the person also have the freedom to leave IPOP family and join whatever family, as long as we are working towards one goal. So people should understand this. There is nothing now. If you want to point out on DOS, on anything, please look at those individuals you have evidence against that are in DOS that are not working, that are working wrong. You cannot just come out and say DOS are this. No. There is people, DOS is a structure, and there is people who are there. So anybody that you want to point out that is not doing his job or her job, you better call that person's number out. You better call that individual out. You better call.
But Mazi, please let me clear something. In IPOB, it's not a must that you must be an oath member. It's not a must. People must understand. You might be an IPOB member, but you are not on oath. Why people take oath is to be able to have the privilege to handle positions. In fact, if you don't even take oath in IPOB, there are discussions that will be coming, or you'll be asked to leave the environment. So you can actually be an IPOB without oath, and you are just there like a dead body. That So when people say oath or no oath, without oath, we wouldn't have gotten to where we are today. So most of you coming here to make comment are just distracting. You cannot. IPOB is an institution. Without the IPOB, some of you would not even have the opportunity to be here commenting and abusing the DOS you are abusing today. It takes the DOS for this. Most of you watching from Biafra television. Without the DOS, there won't be the BTV you're watching from. So you cannot spit on the table or on the plate where you are eating from. If you want to be part of IPOB, you want to be part of what is being done, join. If you don't want to join IPOB, then run your own parallel program and don't be directing IPOB on what to do from outside. It is very, very simple. And that is how it is. If you don't like it, then step out. Mazi, go ahead, please.
Thank you, Mazi Pat. I think we have beat around this. A word is enough for a wise. We are trying to engage you. We are trying to explain ourselves. We are humble here, and we are not being biased or provoked. Okay, but there is a limit anyone can take. Okay, if you want to be decent, you will be decent and you listen. DOS is not against sit at home. Even as people took upon themselves to sit at home, that they yield to the order of our leader does not mean that they are against the people who wish to sit at home. But the way we operate is the way they are still operating. Nothing has changed. So we must know that we are in the right direction, because we must understand that there must be a control to everything. So anytime a car or anything, people who are mentioning autopilot, I've explained what that means. It has not called to these very agitations for somebody to say anything autopilot is spiritual or this thing. Those things are just mere word. He doesn't play on these very things that we are discussing here right now. But what I just wanted to tell you is that IPOP are under command and nothing will change it. If you don't like it, you can introduce any other idea. If that idea is more better to the people, then they follow. But as it stands right now, IPOP are under the chain of command and control. And if you don't like it, you are not forced to belong. And what brought us to where we are now is the same thing. So if there is anything that is working, is the command and control method. It has been working, and we have been. There's no organization that doesn't face challenge, but in all the challenge that IPOP face, we always overcome. We always overcome. Even this one that is happening now, that is giving the people who are having fun in the Facebook opportunity, we will overcome. Mazen Landekano will come out from that detention. He will come out because they don't have what it takes to hold him. That is just my word in this very night at my own time. Then we have to move ahead. We are discussing about sit at home. The people have decided to sit at home today, and nothing could stop them. This is their decision. This is their decision, and they have full right to do that. They have full right to do that. Okay? So sitting at home today, from what the pictures we have seen, shows that people have decided to do so, and they wish to continue to do so, and nobody should question them on that. And everybody who is human and who is willing to do everything for Biafran to come is in support of people to exercise their right. That is very, very good. And that does not show that the order of suspension is not there. But people have chosen to do otherwise. People have chosen to do what they wanted to do, to show their solidarity to Mazen Nandekano. So we are moving forward. We are unstoppable. So at this very point, we have spoken. And we will continue to exercise our right. And nobody can stop it or take it away from us. Nobody is enforcing us. And at the same time, DOS, leadership of IPOP, who was accused in the time past that they are intimidating people and they are forcing people to sit at home. Now, every action at this very moment is by vindicating IPOP family. So we continue to do what we are doing. And when people decide to do whatever they want to do, they do it. But at this point, nobody can say that IPOP is enforcing sit at home. No, the people want to sit at home. That's what happened. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Mazi Solomon. We tell you, and I appreciate the time you've given to, and I also appreciate beyond his 2 hours we spent here. And I want to say thank you for those who shared this program. Thank you for those who stood by us. We'll continue to come back. We'll continue to come back to interact, to keep interacting with our people, make your views known. Our leader will surely be out in no distant time by the special grace of Chukwu Okike Abiyama. Every house on there, and we'll just continue to enlighten our people and make people understand the need for everybody to come together. If you want to join IPOB, find the closest family close to you, or you can actually set up a unit. It's very simple, it's very open. You can set up a unit around your location and start gathering Biafrans to join you, so that we have a very strong command chain that we're enjoying right now. You can't be outside and be detected for IPOB on what to do. No, if you want to join. join and become part of the structure. If you don't want to join, you can do your own thing by the side. But if you want to play a role in IPOB, you can't play that role from outside, because that is not how the structure is made. If all of us start doing our own thing differently, how it's important we all come together. I want to say thank you for giving us the opportunity to interact with you. Until we meet again, my name remains IKEM Patrick DYKE, and I want to say God bless you all in the name of Chukwukika Abiyama. Have a wonderful day, guys, and God bless you all. Thank you. Have a wonderful day.
Nkukundiro bukwa mehekpagbu anyị n'ohu. Mana ọ gakon getututa gbagne turi ene nejeni. Anyị nwere odogwu, anyị nwere odogwu, anyị nwere odogwu puregede memamagụ. Anyị nwere odogwu, anyị nwere odogwu, anyị nwere odogwu puregede memamagụ. Ọsanya gwọlọgwụ, ọsanya gọlema, ọsanya jeluka nke mbọchị ndọcha jabụ enyanwụ. Ọsanya fele foto jesu maọbụ nke neye. Ọsanya fele ha kpụrụ akpụ n'ọba wurakụ, ma nye fele nka pirapi n'ọba osisi dị n'ọshụa. Anyị kpara nkedo n'ụwa tero futara akpụ. Chukwu abịa ma gbakwasa ya nya. Anyị nwere odogwu, anyị nwere odogwu, anyị nwere odogwu puregede memamagụ. Anyị nwere odogwu, anyị nwere odogwu, anyị nwere odogwu puregede memamagụ. Ọsanyị kpọgbu Hausa nashi nehe na tangbasị. Bọni Yoruba swa nehe mgbo kpuru. Anye jelu ka he nehe bụ ndakịrị kpakpa. Manye Sole Mohammed n'ọbụ nyera hejikore ka ezunu Biafra izu amosu. Chukwu abịa ma gbakwasa ya nya. Anyị nwere odogwu, anyị nwere odogwu, anyị nwere odogwu puregede memamagụ. Anyị nwere odogwu, anyị nwere odogwu, anyị nwere odogwu puregede memamagụ. Ọsị n'eluigwe Biafra kutere aligara. Ọsị ọcha idoma chidokdoi, ne ọchị ibagwa chidokdoi, Kalaba ne abak ne abatete. Chukwu abịa ma gbakwasa ya nya. Anyị nwere odogwu, anyị nwere odogwu, anyị nwere odogwu puregede memamagụ. Anyị nwere odogwu, anyị nwere odogwu, anyị nwere odogwu puregede memamagụ.